The playbook was written in ink, or so they said. But the field changed the moment that we moved ahead. Circumstances shift, the shadows start to grow. In the script we memorize, it's time to let it go. I see the blitz coming, I see the pressure mount. But it's not how you start, it's the finish that will count. I'm the quarterback standing in the eye of the storm. Shattering the silence, breaking every norm. Call the audible, change the line. We're stepping out of formation and into the design. From the wreckage of the plans we made, we found a light that will never fade. When the world goes dark and the silence lies, look to your brother, look in his eyes. We are the storm that clears the skies. Say it with your chest, together we rise. Together we rise, together we rise. Yeah, yeah. Together we rise. Yeah. Welcome to the sanctuary, the unscripted truth, where we peel back the layers and we rebuild the roof. No plutonium files needed to crack the code. Just honest conversation on this heavy road. Zero topics off the table, let the record show. This is the realest frequency that you will ever know. I'm scared too, yeah, I'll admit the fear, but courage only matters when the danger is near. So tune in, lock in, let the hours pass. We're building something solid that is built to last. It's 6 p.m. The sun is going down, but we are the kings of this unspoken town. They want us divided, they want us apart, but they underestimated the strength of this heart. We don't need a teleprompter to tell us who to be. We just need this moment.
What is up, everybody? How you doing? It's your boy from the Birdman Show. I got Miss D with me. I've got Mace Valor with me. I'm not sure if Bambi's gonna be joining us tonight. I think she said she was or not. I can't remember.
I can't remember, to be honest with you. It's been
Yeah, I think it's been like that
weird
for everybody. Yeah, I think it's been like that for everybody. So yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I haven't heard from Deathlight in a while. So if you're watching Deathlight, holla at your brother. But regardless, we've got a production meeting we need to do. But before we do that, you already know what to do. So why don't you go ahead and do it with us? That is right. So like I said, I got Mace Valor, got Miss D. We can definitely rock and roll with this production meeting and get it mapped out. Like I said, we are mapping out the upcoming season 8 of the Birdman Show. Like I said, we're in the midst of season 2 of Conspiracy Files, which I'm really enjoying it. And our next round of episodes, it's going to be a doozy. So definitely stay tuned for the Conspiracy Files. Like I said, Monday, 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on your favorite platforms to watch us, whether it's Rumble, whether it's Kick, whether it's YouTube. You need to tune in. That being said, I gotta say what's up to my co-host, Miss D. How the heck are you doing?
doing all right. Just came from work, so I'm still in my scrubs. Sorry. Typically I try to change beforehand, but it's been that kind of day.
Nah, you ain't gotta apologize for that. Forget that. Yeah, you ain't gotta apologize for that. Mace Valor, bro, what's up?
Oh, it's good. Toppy tippers. Life as always.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Gotta say what's up to people watching stuff there. Miss Christy in the house, watch this over on YouTube. How you doing, sis? Hope you are doing well. We definitely miss you too. But hey, you can always check out the replays. I mean, it's not the same as being here live, but you can still get a little kick out of it. Okay, so like I said, we're here to map out season 8 of the Birdman Show. Woo! Okay. So did we already have a list of suggestions we haven't done yet?
I mean, I've come up.
Files.
We have a list to pull from Conspiracy Files. I mean, I've got a couple topics to throw out, but I don't remember. I don't think we had a overflow from the Birdman Show.
Okay. There's definitely quite a few that I've been looking at. Like I said, I definitely would like to pull some cases from here. And this is the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers. And I would like to, maybe pull some cases from here, talk about those. We'll figure out kind of how we want to do with that. I've got to find. I don't even know where I sent that to. God bless it. Did I send that to myself? I think I did. I did send it to myself. Okay, what is the name of this one though? We'll write this one down. Okay, have you I'll send it to the both of you. Remember, I just do it now. I'll just put it in the I'll put it in the conspiracy files one for right now. God dang it. Give me a second. I'm trying to do this on the iPad and having to. Oh God dang it! Actually, I'm just gonna send it to the Birdman Studios one because that's the one that's up right now. I don't want to look anything else up. Anyways, there's this case. It's about a girl named Michaela. I think it's Michaela. I'm looking. Yeah, 18-year-old Michaela. I think it's Rainey. I don't know. Again, I'm not sure how, because I've seen that. That's my mom's actually uses that same. Well, that's not her last name; it's part of her first name, but it's pronounced different ways. So I don't know. Anyways, this is about a case of 18-year-old who was brutally assaulted by her own father. And then I'll give you the gist of it, and then we can talk about, well, like I said, we do research on the case, but I'll give you the gist of it. She was brutally abused by her father. Survived the attack. Her uncle ended up having to carry her and take her to the emergency room. She tells the authorities, doctors, everybody what happened. Her father gets arrested, but because of the attack was so severe, she ended up taking her own life. Now the prosecutors are considering dropping the case because they no longer have a witness. So it's a big thing. He made bail. He's out. He's out right now. Free walking around. This happened in California. I don't have any updates on it right now, but when I was sent the story, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So like I said, I don't know what would you call that. Because the story is heartbreaking, especially when you really get into it. Even the reason why she was even out there with her father to begin with. But it's crazy. Let's just call that one the death of innocence, or we'll call it right now it's called death of innocence of the Michaela, Makayla, last name Rene. Oh, wait a minute. No, her last name is Settles. Settles. But we can call the case, we call that the death of innocence. Like I said, when we get in more into it and especially I'm gonna start doing some more research on it. That's gonna be a crazy one. So that's one we have. So yeah, that's one I'm throwing out there right now. Do you guys have any other suggestions?
I have two that I kind of want to maybe hit on, following along the same lines. There's a case of Harmony Montgomery, and that's homegrown. That's here in New Hampshire. Little girl wound up being bounced around between her parents. Excuse me. Her father wound up with custody, and then she wound up going missing. The mother went to to try and say, hey, I haven't seen my daughter, haven't heard from her in a while, what's going on here. And he wound up taking her life. But there's still no body. He's in and out of courts right now. He's in jail, but it and then it's got a lot to do with CPS was involved, and it's between New Hampshire and Massachusetts, and who dropped the ball, and why it's one taking this long to figure out where she is. Two, um, who's actually responsible, and three, why hasn't he's been charged on other things. There's weapons charges, stuff like that. But now the mom is going after him for, even though she didn't have custody of Harmony at the time, mom's going after the father for wrongful death or something like that. And we're talking like she wants like big money. And there's a girlfriend involved.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay, let's put that down. Mace, what about you? You're muted.
I have no idea for any of these. If something comes up, I'll definitely say, but I'm more of the conspiracy show idea guy. This is a little bit too normal and tame. Because everything I can think of is batshit crazy. So,
well, it's the Birdman Show. So the Birdman Show kind of incorporates both aspects of the show. So there's.
Have you done a show? Have you done a show about like sketchy things with the NBA?
Have not. No, I have not.
There's a couple different. There's one more conspiratorial idea that I saw recently, but then there's the other with the betting, like the sports betting.
Oh,
the gambling.
Yeah.
But the one recently is those guys from Dude Perfect released a video showing that they could throw a basketball from any point, and because of technology they have in the room and technology in the ball, it follows these magnetic lines of curvature that always let it go into the basket. And so people are thinking that this is like disclosure of technology that has already been around, and that's one of the ways that they rig games. So basically an idea of a show for you would be like weirdo things involving, the NFL and I guess sports as a whole doing really shady things.
Okay. We can definitely take a look at that one. I got some Tabs. Just seen Tabs jumped in. Hello, sis. How are you doing? And then, like I said, I always remind everybody who's watching, this is a production meeting. So if you have ideas about episodes you would like to see us do, or just hear us talk about with our crazy selves, throw them in the comment. We take all suggestions. So definitely, like I said, let us know what you got. Like I said, we've got the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers. Okay. And it's, like I said, it's pretty freaking crazy. I mean, this thing is thick. This thing is thicker than a Snickers. You know what I'm saying? They've got they got a category in here called Angels of Death. We talk about basically people who are often people in the hospital because they are in one of those states of minds or whatever, like Dr. Kevorkian. That's his name, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
David Berkowitz is in here, of course. We did an episode on Eileen Turner. Is it Eileen? Eileen Warnes. Was it Eileen Warnes? I think that was her name. Eileen Warnes. I think it was her name. We did it's crazy how it breaks a lot of this stuff down. So we can kind of figure out how we want to, what do we want to call that series? I mean, I don't want to call it the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers. I don't know how we want to. What would be a good title for that? What do you think? I haven't even heard of half of that. There's a lot of these people I haven't even heard of. I do remember the Tylenol murders. Oh, they got unsolved murders too. Ooh, that's a pretty good little section. Let's call this. Let's do one because this is a good section because it's not, and because it's unsolved. I like that a little better. So let's call that series Unsolved Murders. Just call it Unsolved Murders. And we can I got quite a few in here, so we can just plug those in. Those are gonna be like plug and play type episodes. We can just plug those in anywhere. So we got those. Doing okay. I'm doing good. Actually, I'm doing good. I'm tired as I'll get out, but I'm actually doing okay. So yeah, there we got that. Okay, Ms. D, did you have any more?
Yeah. So I was thinking, and I know I had brought this up to you one night post show, about how we should kind of maybe take a look at like whatever month we're in, if there's a theme to that month. Like let me see here. Like I'm gonna look up the theme for the month of April. Is environmental awareness and health. So like maybe doing an episode like within that month that focuses on the umbrella awareness ribbon, whatever, for that month.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. Okay.
Kind of like just touch base on like the whole because most of them are mental health related. So it just kind of keeps us, grounded in the fact that we do a lot with mental health. And it just gives us more of an outlet on which way to go with it.
Got it. Because I was like, I think we did have a mental health one that we were talking about doing. We still haven't. We need to probably revisit, since we'll actually have a full season to do this again. Revisit the episode we were going to do with the discussion panel, the Battle of the Sexes. Put together a panel and do a debate. Come up with some topics, figure out what we want to debate, and just debate on some topics. So I know we're going to do that this season, but end up having to change some things around because of some unforeseen things that were taking place that we just couldn't get around. So definitely throw the Battle of Sexes back in. So like I said, we're going to have to talk about a panel for that. And then, like I said, come up with the topics for that as well. Yeah. Monty,
if we can work it, that would kind of, sorry, I'm saying if we could work it, that would kind of even be fun with, obviously if anybody wants to join the panel, but if we can kind of get like our entire group together, you've got 3 and 3 right there,
right,
for a panel, which I think would balance well. It's just a matter of getting everybody together for the same date.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue.
Mhm.
Is that so no, I think that's great. That's a great point and idea. So yeah, let's kind of go with that. Let's see what we got as far as that. Mace, you got any other crazy
No,
theories out there we can talk about?
not off the top of my head just yet. That's like the only one I've been diving into lately, just because, you know, I always follow the money and see where all the money's going. And I've noticed that like there's a huge push for gambling in the last couple of years. You know, you got Kalshi and stuff, and like all these prediction markets and stuff, which, well, technically you're not really, you're predicting if an event is going to happen or not, which is like this gray area. So a lot of money's been put into there. So, you know me, just blah blah blah.
No, I got it. Sounds good. I like it. I like it a lot, a lot. Trying to figure out. Ms. D, you have any other suggestions?
Why did you ask me right as I put a piece of chocolate in my
I
mouth?
wasn't even looking. I wasn't looking. My bad. My bad. I wasn't looking.
The reason why I bring this up is because she's actually trying to appeal to the parole board, the Pamela Smart case.
Now, I kind of remember that, but you'll have to refresh my memory on that one.
So she was a school teacher in New Hampshire, high school teacher. She had convinced a student to kill her husband.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. He was the student was charged with the murder, as was she. Now he has since been released. She is serving life.
Oh.
And she's trying to appeal for release. Every time that she's tried, she's failed. But it kind of brings up like the whole, even though she wasn't the trigger man, well, neither was Charles Manson. Yeah, wasn't the trigger man, but that depravity is still there. But yeah, I think that would be an interesting one.
What was the case? Dang it, what was her name? The chick that was accused of killing her boyfriend, I think. The one that I guess hit him with a car or something. And I think she hasn't been. I don't think she was convicted yet. I think it happened up in Boston. Or around that. God dang it! What the freak was her name? Yeah, because I mean I remember the story. Is it was I think it was like during I want to say it was like during New Year's. It was because I know it was snowing. There was a snowstorm coming in. They went out to a bar. Somebody said they were arguing before. They went back to the house. They're supposed to go back to some friend's house. I guess they all lived in the same neighborhood. And then she supposedly went back to the house. He stayed there, and then I guess they were arguing throughout the night. But I can't remember what the freak is her name. I mean, it's been on the news, and I'm pretty sure if I went on YouTube, I probably could find it. God bless America. I cannot think of that chick's name. It was just a crazy case. What I was seeing. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It was weird. If I can find it, if I can think of it, I'll make sure, unless you can find it. But it just happened not that long ago. Karen in the house. What is up, Karen? How you doing? Hope you're doing lovely. Hopefully you're doing very lovely, because you're a lovely person. we want our lovely people to do very well. So thank you for joining. Like I said, this is a production meeting for the Birdman Show podcast. Like I said, we're in our break period. So I figured let's go ahead and just knock out the production meeting, and that way next week we'll actually have a full week off because we'll also be on our break point for Conspiracy Files.
You're talking about Karen Reed?
Is it? Just she blonde hair?
Accused of hitting her. I don't have a picture, but she's accused of hitting her boyfriend, who's a Boston police officer, John O'Keefe, with her SUV. Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Karen Reed saga. That's a very interesting one.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's freaking weird. The whole freaking thing's weird.
Here's the thing I love about the Karen Reed thing. When you dive into the Karen Reed thing, that's like a microcosm, like a small example of like a very obvious conspiracy. Because as you start like unraveling things, like the case against her makes no sense. And then you broaden it out. And then when you look at the macro, it's like on the exact same fundamental level, that's how the elites are gaslighting us in the world. And it's like Karen Reed is a perfect example. If you can inch your way into there and start connecting dots, use that same form of logic and you can connect a lot of other dots for how the world works.
Yeah. If you haven't heard about that case, Miss D, I'm telling you, it is super weird. Like May said, behind it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like as far as the case against her, doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's just the way it's being presented, I guess, to me. I don't know. I think it's just fascinating. I mean, heck, I thought the Johnny Depp freaking Amber Heard freaking court case was awesome. Oh my God, I was hooked. I was like freaking hooked.
Sitting there with your mega home.
Oh yeah, every time Des came home, she was like, "Are you watching that again?" Because it was on YouTube. Like the court case was live on YouTube. Oh my God, it was the best. It was the best. I was so mad it ended. Like, I want to know more. Give me more of this. It sucked because it's stuff like that and women like that really hurt the rest of women who are really trying to fight for equality and fight for their rights and not be used as some type of symbol like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're trying their best to be able to do things. And you got this woman who comes out and it's just like you kill every movement you have when you do stuff like that. And it sucks because Johnny Depp was let go of a lot of his movie contracts because of all this stuff. And that's before they even that goes to show you that when it comes to men and women in those situations, men are always guilty until proven innocent. This whole idea of always believe women in those situations is absurd. That's why they have investigations for a reason. Do the investigation. You know what I'm saying? If there's more than enough evidence to convict a man, convict him. But in my opinion, I think that a woman who accuses a man of that and it comes out that he's innocent should also face legal consequences. And in 100%. Most cases that doesn't happen. I've never understood that to where he now is labeled and scarred for life because he'll forever be attached to that. She can go on about her business and do whatever she wants to. And the thing is, I've been accused of something like that before. Luckily, it got squashed really quick because like, yep, you're definitely lying. But at the same time, if it was something where I couldn't prove the fact, because I could prove it. If I couldn't have proven the fact that I didn't do anything that I was getting accused of, I could have very well been in a situation. I don't have a legal team like freaking Johnny Depp. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the money for that. So it's one of those things. It sickens me to the core when it comes to that kind of stuff because of the simple fact that someone can do that and then they don't even face any type of consequences afterwards. I mean, she did. Well, I don't know if she did. She's not a very good actress anyway. So, I mean, I guess it really didn't bother because she really wasn't getting any roles at that point in time, anyways. I think she was in Aquaman, but then they quickly dropped her after all the stuff started coming out. But other than that, I can only remember Amber Heard in. I think the only movie I can remember in outside of Aquaman was Drive Angry with Nicolas Cage. Up until that, I don't think I had ever. And actually, here's what's messed up. I remember her in the movie. I had no idea what her name was. I just liked the movie because it was Nicolas Cage. It was a really good movie. I actually really enjoyed it. She wasn't that memorable as the female lead in that movie, so I really didn't know who she was, and I think I still didn't know who she was because at that point in time, even when all that was going on, I still hadn't even seen the movie Aquaman. I hadn't watched it, so I didn't know that was her. It was in it until it came out, and then I was like, oh, she was a Drive Angry. Oh, she was an Aquaman. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I didn't know. I had no idea who she was. And so it was just. I don't want to really get into it because I don't know. We're really going to do an episode on it. But if the whole freaking thing was just, oh my God, it was the best. It was my soap opera. Okay, I don't watch soap operas. I used to. I used to watch Sandra Barbara all the time. Anyways, but I don't watch soap operas. All right, that was excellent. It was excellent. I enjoyed it so much. Which did we do? Tabitha, did we do an episode on that one? I feel like we did. And you're saying doing a follow-up to it? I think we did. I'd have to go back and look at that. Because we hit it quite a bit, but I think there was a lot of things that were still left on the table with that one. If it's the one I'm thinking about. So definitely let me know in the comments there, Tabs. But yeah, Abby and Libby. There's new thing. Oh yeah, the Abby and Libby one. There's new information on that. Really, that was a good one. That was actually a pretty good one. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and put that down. I wouldn't mind because you two didn't get the opportunity to talk about that one. So let's put that one down. That actually would be a pretty good one to actually do a kind of a re-dive into. I'm trying to think if there was any other ones that we did that were like that. We never did actually talk about we didn't talk about John Benet Ramsey. So I wouldn't mind doing that one because at first we kind of shied away from it because it was such a high profile case. We had kind of shied away from it, but because there was new information that came out, and they even did a new Netflix series on it. And then now we're hearing the ties that's going on with the Epstein files, with Jeffrey Epstein and her and everything like that. So I would definitely like to talk about that one. So let's definitely put that one down. Now how many do we have right now? Suggestion.
Okay.
So we're at 10. Okay.
But that's not necessarily 10 because the ones from the encyclopedia can have multiple.
Yeah, it's gonna have. I'll look at that real quick. And if you have any other suggestions or whatnot, go ahead and throw those out there as well. God bless you. Come on. So many freaking things on there. So there's the unsolved murders. So we got one. So there's one more. Two. Okay, thank you, Tabs.
Yeah. I'd like to extend the Can You Survive series.
Oh yeah. Definitely do that. Let's do that. 5, 6.
Because we still, I mean, there were still so many options that we never even got to because it was it was a lengthy conversation. We can throw a new topic in every once in a while.
Oh, wait a minute. This. Okay. Yeah, we get about 5 episodes out of the unsolved murder section.
Okay.
What? Oh, we might have to do one on this one. This is not even the unsolved one, but just the name of it. The Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run. I just like the name of it. Yeah, I like that. Write that down. Yeah, write that down. I like that. Who's this guy? Herbert Mullen. It says Herbert Mullen killed to prevent catastrophic earthquakes.
Right.
Herbie, what are you doing, bro? What? That's not the love bug that I know. Sorry, it's a reference to Herbie the Love Bug for those who have no idea what that was. Anyways, okay. Mace, you got anything? Throw out there?
Not the top of my head, no. I mean, there's things, but I just don't think they're fitting. Because a lot of these they have a lot more information because they're kind of said and done. So if there is anything to talk about, it's like updated related.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. All good. No problem. What do you got, Miss D? Yeah, they know.
The Chris Watts case.
Oh, he was the one that offed his family, right?
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, when we did that episode, I'm trying to who was that on there? Was that Dez? I think it might have been Dez that was on there with us on that one. I don't remember. Was there some updates on it?
To be honest with you, I didn't know that you guys had already tackled that one. Because remember, I'm still fairly new to the whole. I know. So no, I mean, but no, if you've already tackled that one, then I wouldn't necessarily. I was just throwing that out there.
Okay, no, that's good. That's good. I think what is this one? You know what I would really like to talk about, Mace? The United States Army raising its minimum enlistment age.
Oh, well, that's because it's wartime.
Oh yeah, I know.
They need cannon fodder, man.
Yeah. But
they're raising the age.
Yeah, they raised it to 42.
Yeah. In times of
gotcha.
Yeah, what was it before again?
It was 42 when I enlisted, but then they brought it down because we were pulling out of a lot of places. And I think it was like somewhere in the 30s. And then they brought it back up. And it's interesting because it's not just with the age. It's also like they would take people with tattoos. They would take people with criminal records. Yeah. Whenever they need more bodies, they lower their standards just to get people in. And then whenever it's transitioning to peacetime, for any reason, they'll kick people out. Like you could be late to formation, and that's enough for them to write up a county statement for you to get an Article 15. And it's like, look at this. It becomes super bureaucratic, like because Oh man, I remember like that. There was a lot of people that happened to because we were transitioning to peacetime, so people would just get written up for anything, and then they would have a huge stack, and it's like they don't even look at the context. It's like, well, you have so many counting statements against you, we might as well just kick you out. And then when they kick you out, they save a ton of money because they don't have to give you any benefits when you get out. Like you could have enlisted the entire time and done 5, 6, 10, damn near 20 years. But if you get a dishonorable discharge, they don't have to give you anything.
No, they don't have to pay a single dime. And that's why I used to tell my soldiers all the time, man. I'm like, especially in those times we were supposed to have been in peacetime when that started happening. And our chain of command came to us, hey, look, soldiers start doing stuff, make sure you write them up. Or we'd say, hey, I had to go have a talk with the soldier. Oh, he did what? Oh, she did what? Oh, no, they need Article 15 for that. Like, what? For that? Like, seriously, like, you don't remember what the whole unit was doing like 6 months ago? Like, we was out there buck wilding. What are you talking about? Y'all talking about Diddy. What the heck is you talking about? What the heck? I'm like, and now so you want to kick a fool out because he, I don't know, had like his socks were like mismatched color or something like one instead of wearing black socks with his his Class A uniform or whatever. He had like they were like slightly discolored. You know what I'm saying? They weren't quite black. They're more like
your pants aren't tucked into your boots properly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like yeah, like I seen a shoelace out. I seen the bootlace out. Article 15.
Oh, like, you missed one single hair while you were shaving. That's in violation of AR 670-1. Like, get out of here.
I had almost a full beard, so I really didn't care.
No, dude, you were lucky, man. You were lucky. Like, there was a lot of people that could get away with that. There was there was the skin irritation or religious exception. Those are the two.
Yeah. I remember who was that? Who was that was in our unit?
Russell.
Oh my god. Yeah, Russell. That's who it was. Yeah. Russell, that dude, man. That was my boy though, man. I love that dude, man. He used to crack. He had me dying laughing half the time. Cause he said that like, oh man, I ain't about to. And then because he was Muslim. He was Muslim.
Walked around with the full beard looking like Osama bin Laden's dream. Like,
yeah. I remember one time
no one could say it.
Hey guys.
Yes, sir.
I was listening in on you, and when I was in the military and basic training and stuff, they wouldn't give me a shaving waiver, even though I was completely broken out because I'm white.
I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that. I 100% believe that.
That was 1987, and they wouldn't give me a shaving waiver because I was white, even though I was broken out everywhere because I was shaving like every 3 hours.
Oh God. Okay.
And a lot of times it was carrying a razor around in my pocket and dry shaving.
Oh God. Let me put it like this, Jeff. Let me put it like this. So when I was in, I remember going to sick call for something completely unrelated. It had nothing to even do with shave or anything like that. And I had like a few bumps. It wasn't that big a deal because we had a dry shave a couple of times. And so I remember going to sick call. I can't remember what it was. It might have been for my ankle. I think it was right before I almost ruptured my Achilles. That's what it was. And so I'm sitting there talking to them. They were doing that. And so the medic comes in. He's like, he looks at me and said, hey, you need a shaving profile, don't you? I was like, I mean, I'm doing okay. He looks at me. He's like, no, you want the shaving profile. So I was like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, cool. So I had a permanent shaving profile from the time I like my 3rd, 4th week in basic all the way up until I got out of the military.
Wow.
Like it was crazy. Like they were just handing them out like candy to the black people. I'm starting to wonder, saying it's almost like, hey kid, you want to pet this puppy and have some candy? And they like dragging us out to the freaking a blacked out van or something. I'm like, wait, where are we going? This doesn't look like wartime. Why is this? Why are there toys back here? Anyways, yeah, that could be something we talk about at some point in time, Mace. Just the craziness that ensues with being in the military. Like that's something we can definitely talk about because there's just a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on in the military. And I mean, you see just about everything. there is no the stuff we talk about with some of our stuff in Conspiracy Files. You would think if we talked about a lot of stuff we saw in the military, you would think the stuff we talked about in Conspiracy Files was rated G. You know what I'm saying? Like had a G, like a PG rating. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just some of that stuff was just so wild to me that it just didn't make sense why this was even happening. So I don't know. That could be definitely something we can definitely talk about because that is just it's buck wild to me. You'd be surprised. You might not be surprised. I'm pretty sure Jeff probably told you quite a few things.
I grew up in a military family, so it's yeah. My brothers were Army. Most of my other family was Navy. My nephew went Marines. You know, Jeff Air Force.
Yeah, my dad was Marine. So yeah, he was talking about all kind of stories. Especially he was over in Okinawa too. He was stationed over in Okinawa, Japan. So yeah, I would have loved to have been stationed over someplace like that just because it's a different world. I forgot my dad was telling me about a story one time, and they had him on. It's just like like a regular patrol. You know how they sometimes patrol the perimeter or whatnot. And he said there was this. He was walking by this. It's like a river or such. And all of a sudden he sees like 2 or 3 guys coming up out of the water. So he draws his weapon out. And he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And so they were speaking to him. They were talking to him. He's like, "I don't know." They're trying to be friendly or not, but he's like, "I don't know." So they brought, he called it in. They brought somebody there for a terp, and it would happen to be another soldier. It was a higher ranking soldier, and he comes up there and he starts talking to the guys, and then he just like, so they put him in. They end up putting him in cuffs and send them off. And the guy looks at my dad like, "Hey, you need to work on your." I think they were speaking. I think it was. I don't know. It was. I can't remember what language he said they were speaking. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't Japanese. It wasn't Vietnamese.
Cantonese.
I don't know what. Maybe I don't know. But anyways, he told me he needed to work on it because all 3 of them offered him 10 grand each to let him go. And they had it on them. I think they said it was like almost $300,000 they had on them, and they all offered him 3 or 10 grand each if you'd let him go. I was like, what would you have done if you didn't fight? I said, probably let him go. He said, they wasn't bothering me none. I just shot the same coming out the water. I was like, God. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy to me though. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff that happens around those areas and stuff. Where are we sitting at on topics?
All right, let's see here. All right. Well, we've got the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers, where you mentioned the Michaela Settles case, Harmony Montgomery case, sports doing shady shit, only because I didn't know what else to write for it. Unsolved Murders, which you said has about 5 episodes that we could pull from. Battle of the Sexes, if we can come up with a panel. Mental health awareness, whatever month we're in, we can include that. The Pam Smart case, Karen Reed case, follow up on the Delphi murders, John Benet Ramsey, Can You Survive? The Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run, and United States Army changing their enlistment age. Yeah, their shenanigans. So that's 13. Like I said, yeah.
Okay, so we're doing about 20 episodes.
Some of them have multiple.
Yeah, we do about 20 episodes per.
Oh, that's right. It's Bambi's president's anniversary. That's what I didn't answer.
Thank you, Mont. Thank you, Mace, for answering that for me. But no, that's great. That's great. Happy anniversary. I don't know if you guys are watching. I doubt it. Hopefully you're not. Go have a freaking enjoy your anniversary, for crying out loud. Anyways,
well, they're going away this weekend. That's why we get the grandbabies.
Oh, awesome. That's fun. That's fun. Okay, so yeah, we do about 20 episodes per season. So we're at 13 right about now.
Right.
Okay. 13 right about now.
Well, 13 topics, but like I said, like the unsolved murders, that has 5.
Okay.
And then the mental health one, you know, we
15.
can do multiple topics on that.
Okay.
And then the can you survive, we can do multiple.
Okay. Okay. So as I'm looking at the calendar, so technically we would be back the 29th.
Mhm.
Okay. So would we yeah, I think that's fine. I tell you what, how about this? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just grabbing my planner. Go ahead.
Oh my god, what is wrong with this freaking child? Oh my god, hold on a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
That's all right. My planner's not where it was supposed to be, so that's all right.
You know, I really did like that series with the You Be the Judge. So maybe like some sort of spin on that. Like obviously not the exact same thing, but
Mhm. Well, that's what Tim and I were talking about. His encyclopedia of serial killers, it is very similar in a way with the structure, without the you know, it's without the whole like you choose thing, but we can always frame it like that. You know, so because the you be the judge, that was just it was court cases that was read to us, and then we took a moment to uh, go over the evidence and give what we would think are the findings. I mean, we can still kind of do that with the true crime factor. I don't know if they've got anything more up to date. Let's see. Let me see. Um, actually, they have quite a few. Huh. Yeah, yeah, they've got quite a few of those. I'm gonna have to take a look at that because I think they said they've got 20 plus volumes. Huh. And they're not that expensive. Let's see.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So there are 7 volumes.
Of what?
You be of the You Be the Judge series.
What?
Yeah.
There's 7 volumes.
Yeah. And
Wow.
like I said, they're not that expensive. I would be okay with picking up a couple just because they're good. They're good. Like if we have a night that we have to change our topic for
Yeah,
whatever
they're good
reason,
fillers.
they're really good fillers. Because
Yeah, she
no
said she couldn't
research
find
needs to be
anymore.
done. Yeah, you can get them. They're all over the place, and it's what Elder Song is the publishing company.
What the heck?
Yeah.
What? Send the links to that. Because I'd be interested in looking those too. How much are they?
I'm looking right now just for some. Um, There's some at $27. There's some at like $7.
Mm,
So
that's interesting. It's very interesting.
yeah, anywhere from you can get some for 20. Let me take a look at this site real quick. Yeah, keep going. I'll get links and everything.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. Yeah, that'd be freaking phenomenal. It's a fun series. I just think it's a lot of fun. And then to have, oh my god, that many volumes of it, man, we could
Mhm.
we going for years. Well, not years, but series and seasons. Many seasons. That excites me. All right, that excites me so much. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 episodes takes us to September 9th. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. September 9th, we would get us to 20 episodes for season 8.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. Well, I'm gonna write that down. Where's my notebook? Oh, there it is, hiding underneath my stats. You naughty boy. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That was so weird. It's really
It's
weird.
when you let your own vocal stems get the better of you.
I tell you, the freaking inner voices we're battling. I'm normally able to keep them under control, but it's not really working right now. So yeah. So we got April 29th, starting back season 8 to September 9th. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking we do, right? So we're getting these suggestions in, and we're okay. My suggestion is let's map out the first, let's say 3 episodes. That way it gives us a little bit of time. And then we can just all jump back in and meet. Not necessarily live, but we can just get back in here and then map out the rest of the season. That way. Because you said we're at 13 suggestions right now.
Yes.
One of those suggestions being the Unsolved Murders, which I said we can get 5 episodes out of. So even if we did that, I mean, that would take us to 18 if we did it like that. However, if we are able to get a couple of those, you'd be the judges. I'm still trying to reach out to Carrie. She's starting to worry me a little bit. So anybody out there knows Deathlight?
I've reached out to, and I haven't heard anything.
Okay, anybody knows Deathlight? Reach out to her. Reach out to her and make sure she is doing okay. Because like I said, I haven't heard from her. And like I said, I know she was dealing with a few things from before. So I just been trying to check on her, make sure she's okay. That's always my concern. I could care less about this freaking show. When it comes to people I care about, I just want to make sure everybody's doing okay. Baby said she would definitely love to do a few episodes on cereals too. You're talking about like Captain Crunch, those types of cereals that we're talking about here? No, is that what we're talking about? You sure? I mean, because we got Captain Crunch, got Count Chocula, them some nasty people. We got the Toucan Sam. He's a dirty individual. Toucan Sam is not as friendly as you think. He dirty. He dirty. He doing the dirty bird. That's his finishing move. He calls it the dirty bird.
What is the Honey Smacks frog's name?
Oh, I don't remember his name, but first of all, I don't like Honey Smacks or Sugar Smacks, because you talking about some stuff that that sounds like some Y'all talking about some craziness right there. You know, you talking about like smack. Like, why would you name something like that? Like, why would you name something like that? Like, why would your stuff be called smack?
And his name is Diggum.
Diggum, yeah, that's what it was. Diggums. Like, dang, Diggum, what you digging into, bro? What you that sounds sus. What you digging into, my boy? I don't think I like that. I don't like that. I don't like the way that sound. No. Yeah. So, baby, I need you to make sure we do an episode on serial conspiracies. No, I'm playing. I have no idea if there is such a thing. I know there's a lot of conspiracies when it comes to the food industry. And they're really not even conspiracy. They're actually really just doing a lot of this stuff out in the open. That's what really is bothering me about that. A lot of the stuff they do is out in the open, so they don't even care. They don't care, you know, that they're putting poison in your body or meat that doesn't actually exist. Anyways, I didn't say that out loud, did I?
I heard nothing.
Nothing did I said. I said nothing. You heard nothing. You saw nothing. Keep it moving.
And I was there the whole time.
Right. Like those penguins off of Madagascar. It's not just because they're black either. Yeah, white
Well,
bellies.
they're. I was about to say they're black and white, so you're good.
Yeah. So they're
Fully
from
covered.
yeah, so they're from the that Michael Jackson song. Matter if I'm black or white. Yes. It don't matter if I'm black or white. I think that's how it goes. I don't remember. I think it's how it goes. Okay, so we got those. Miss D is searching for the You Be the Judge volumes that I'm just now discovering that exist. So
to be honest with you, it's actually not super expensive for the entire series. I may wind up picking those up in the next week or so. So we have them.
We about to be in business. We about to be in business. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I do apologize. Okay, so wow. Yeah, so yeah, we can definitely in that part of it, we can kind of stick a pin in it. And so I okay, so here's what we'll do because I didn't want to be on here very long. So I didn't think it would be needed for us to be on it, but I'm so glad we did because of the simple fact that you found the You Be the Judge series. So that's freaking awesome to me. So yeah, that's awesome because I know she said she had looked for it, but she couldn't find any other ones. So I mean that's kind of cool. So is it all by the same person or it was just the same publishing company?
I know it's the same publishing company. The art looked the same. Give me a second to pull it back up because I've already.
No, you're good. You're good.
Let's see. There we go.
I miss Inspector Gadget.
So in this grouping, the stories in the You Be the Judge are brief and easy to follow. Each story presents the facts of the case, asks a question to decide, gives the outcome, and includes questions for discussion. Let the group become the judge and the jury in deciding each case. The resource works well with cognitively impaired as well as alert adults. And it does look like these are all written by the same person. Let me see here. I don't think this is the same book. that Deathlight had. I think it's a little bit different. There is one that does look the same that she had, but I'm not seeing. But yeah, I mean, it's got case files and everything. I'm not seeing if it's all the same author or not. So,
Did somebody just sneeze?
yes, Jeffrey sneezed.
Okay, I thought I was. Bless you. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh, that'd be awesome. Seriously, awesome. Okay, cool. Then like I said, all right. Then I think what we can do is we can put a pin in it. Let's see. So for actually, no, let's wait and do that. We can even do that within the messages if you want to. We don't necessarily have to hop in the studio unless you guys just want to. We can hop in the studio, like maybe, I don't know, because we'll be off next Monday too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be off Monday. So if you guys wanted to, we could hop in the studio, briefly on Monday. And just to hash out what we're gonna do for season 8. Hop in briefly, map that out. We definitely have more than enough to probably get us started. And then we can also figure out who else we would like to be in for the discussion panel. And then kind of figure out, because I kind of want to figure out if we want to do that in the middle of the season or maybe that be the end of the season type thing. We could also do a one thing we had talked about doing once, but we never did do it. For the end of the season, we can even maybe save the last episode, or maybe even the last 2 episodes, maybe the last episode, and save it as a season recap. And we can talk about, some of the crazier stories we talked about, cases or whatever. Or now that I have the ability to do a polling thing within the studio during live shows, I could always put up a poll and say, hey, what episodes would you like to talk about, or let's talk about the recap, whatever. We can have people vote on it as well. Maybe pick like the top 3 or 4 or whatever, and then say, hey, these are the choices, which ones you want us to kind of I don't know, whatever. There's a lot we can do with it. I just put it that way. So yeah, we can just figure that out from there. Yeah, I'm good with that if you guys are good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I figure I'm it's not that I don't want to continue this. It's just I'm going to go ahead and kind of shut things down because we got a big storm rolling in. I think we're under a tornado watch, so I'm going to kind of focus on that. Yeah, we already had one that I guess touched down 2 towns over, so that was earlier. Yeah, that was earlier. So yeah, I'm gonna get my bags and stuff ready. Already got candles, make sure phones and stuff are charged just in case. I kind of go from there. So definitely keep us in your prayers and thoughts.
Please. Yeah,
most
keep
definitely.
us posted.
Yes, most definitely.
Very scary stuff.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of them before. So I mean, my thing, as long as I know I know to look for, I know where it's at, then I'm okay. It's the ones that, like I said in the movie Twister, the original, it's like, hey, I don't want that. Let's not do that. I don't want to be sitting in a drive-through and I'm saying, watching a movie about a tornado, and a tornado comes through. You know what I'm saying? That's not good business. Not good juju. I don't even know nobody named Juju. Actually, I take that back. I do know a couple people named Jujus. I do know a couple Jujus. One was pretty bad. Yeah, one was definitely pretty bad. Oh, not so bad. Not so bad. But other one definitely really bad. So we'll stay away from that bad juju. Anyways, listen, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate my co-hosts. I appreciate you guys very much. Like I said, I think we got a good start. We got a good thing going. So I think we can just use that. Like I said, we'll hop in the studio for like maybe like I think we can get it. I think we get everything hashed out in like 30 minutes. I don't even think it's gonna take that long because just having it on there, already have that stuff on there. We can get that all thank you very much, Tabs. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm in Kansas. It's in freaking Tornado Alley. So I mean, it's every year. So it is what it is. Sometimes they're really bad, sometimes they're not. So whatever. I guess it kind of depends on if the government has their storm machines turned on or not, how bad it's going to be. So I didn't say that. I said it. Anyways. Like I said, I thank my co-host very much. I know Bambi in their absence, but hey, you and Chris have a wonderful anniversary. Congratulations, 10 years. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So especially when you see that a lot of relationships sometimes don't make it that long. So definitely congratulations to you and Chris. Hope you guys have a wonderful 10-year anniversary, and here's to 10 more. Let's keep it going. So love you guys, miss you guys. We'll see you next week. No, we will not see you next week. We're off next week. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing any type of recap or anything like next week. I might hop in on TikTok next Thursday just to get on there, just to kind of goof around. Or maybe Wednesday, because I might do it Wednesday because you wouldn't be able to get in on Thursday, Miss D.
Right. Yeah, no. If you do it on Wednesday, I'll be able to jump in.
I might do it Wednesday. I know Mason's not on TikTok anymore. I get it. I'm not mad at you about that, but I haven't been on since the whole freaking thing has gone down. So, but I might get on there because I want to try to do that at least once a week, just so we can try to help guide people over to where we're at now. Because I don't know if I don't want to abandon my TikTok family. But right now with where things are going, I'm just not seeing much benefit from being there anymore. There's just too many things that are in question. And I already don't trust, the government, even though I was part of it for 10 years. I don't trust it. And I sure as heck don't trust it when they start digging into people's data and stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll just go with that. So, all right. You guys have anything you want to say, add, or anything before we get up out of here?
Just be careful, Tim. We're gonna be thinking about you. We know how scary that can be, and like I said, keep everybody posted, please.
Most definitely. It's storming pretty good right now. It's raining. I even grilled earlier, and I got all the food done right before it started raining. So it was. She's like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" I said, "Man, come on now. I've been doing this for years." And then sure enough, as soon as it started raining, I pulled the salmon off the grill. Because I did salmon steak. I did ribeye steaks. What do we do? What else do we do? Salmon ribeye steaks. I had my yeah, I know, right? I also had my cast iron skillet out there on the grill. So I sauteed some onions, mushrooms, jalapeno peppers, sauteed all that up out there on the grill, and then I took a couple pieces of steak, and while that was sauteing up in that pan, I threw a couple of pieces of steak in there, and then for me, because I like that stuff hot, I also threw a couple of pieces of salmon in there for myself, also within that cast iron skillet. Oh my God, that stuff was busting. Yeah,
I'll take your word for it. I'm highly allergic, so I couldn't eat it.
That's right. I forgot. That's right. Sorry.
Hey, that's all right. I made street tacos tonight for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. All right. Yeah, it was Facebook's fault. The reason why I ended up grilling, because it seemed like I was on there earlier doing something, and every time I freaking saw another video or something popped up, it was somebody grilling the steak. So I was like, you know what? I want steak tonight. They got me. All right. Hey, listen, love you guys. Like I said, we are taking next week off. So there will be no Conspiracy Files. There'll be no Birdman Show because it will be on our second week of being off for the Birdman Show. And we'll be on our first week, or not first week, but our week off from Conspiracy Files since we just completed our third episode Monday. So there'll be no Conspiracy Files for that. What was the show Monday? Little season.
Mhm.
So we'll. Are you still good to do a recap tomorrow, Mace?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so we can still go ahead and do that recap. So that way, at least for those who didn't get a chance, we can go ahead and do that. And I mean, I don't even anticipate that would be overly long.
No, that one
but-
wouldn't be too long because we'd really just be discussing things from Monday.
Yeah. So yeah, we can just do that and then remind everybody about what's going on the following week that we're not going to be on there. And then do any updates we need to do. So I'm good with that. So yeah,
Since
like I said,
I won't be joining tomorrow, I hope you guys have a really good recap. And just to tell anybody listening, watching, whatever, if you follow us on Mondays, and if you don't, you should, but if you follow
Yeah.
us on Mondays for the conspiracy theories, I would definitely take this week off that we have coming up and get yourself acquainted with the octopus murders because it's a lot to
Yes.
keep up with. And it's going to suck you in. So definitely give yourself that week and
Yeah.
and just check it out and this way you can kind of follow along because it's a lot.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I knew we were, but thank you for reminding me because I was like, oh my god, I forgot we're doing octopus murders,
Mhm.
and we're dedicating 3 episodes, the next 3 episodes to that. So that should tell you a lot. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm gonna be watching it again
Me too.
this week as well, and next week I'll watch it multiple times. I don't care. It was great. It's that good. So yes, thank you guys so very much for joining us for this production meeting of the Birdman Show. And this is your guys' first. No, we did a production meeting for Conspiracy Files.
Yeah, and I've been on one production meeting because it was that's when we decided that we were gonna do a Monday thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I was part of that, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was fairly quick.
Yeah, it didn't take very long. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys very much. You guys are freaking phenomenal. Like I said, thank you to my co-host, Bambi, Chris. Happy anniversary. Death Flight, I hope you're doing all right. Let me know. Ace in his absence. We love you guys. I can't wait to get you back in the studio. So we will see you guys tomorrow for the recap. Mace, Valor, and myself. And then, like I said, we'll see you guys when we get back on the for Conspiracy Files. We'll be back April 27th. Right? No. Yes, we'll be back April 27th, and then we'll be back April 29th for the Birdman Show podcast. So yeah, really awesome. I loved it. It's great. Let's rock this Bama. Who said something in the comments? Who was that? Christy, love you too. Love you too, sis. Like I said, I'm the boy. I'm the boy. Your boy. Everybody's boy. Everybody's homie. The lovable Birdman. For Miss D, for Mace Valor, for Bambi, for Little Bird Chris, for Death Flight, for freaking Ace. We'll see you guys next time. You already know what to do, so why don't you go ahead and do it with us as we get up out of here. That's right. That's right. And we out.